Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles.
Hey, yo, I see you, man.
Brought to you by...
Hey, when we ever gonna get in there? That song.
This song?
Yeah, can they add like we see you out there, Carson. We see you out there. Come on, man.
I need somebody hitting me with like a Swizz Beats ad lib in the background.
Yeah.
Let's do this real quick.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Porterway Clips channel. We're about to break down Kell Brook versus Terence Crawford. It's coming up this weekend. I know y'all not gonna miss it on ESPN. Let's break it down real quick. A lot of people don't think that Kell Brook has a chance. You say?
I say absolutely.
No,
has
I'm
a
not
chance.
talking to you. You got you in your phone. I'm not talking to you.
Oh, yeah.
I'm coming with some important numbers.
Yeah, he absolutely has a chance. I think anyone who says differently is either incredibly biased or a little foolish or ignorant, maybe. I think it's not. I don't want to say it's a 50-50 fight. I don't think it's maybe to that level, but Kell Brook is a big welterweight that's been in there with some of the best in boxing.
I'm not that big on like giving fights percentages.
Yeah.
But there are fights where you just sometimes you have to say, yo, this is a 50-50
I have no clue.
fight.
Yeah.
I just don't know who's gonna win this fight. You know, with this one, I agree. I don't really have to put a percentage on this one. I do feel like this is Terence Crawford's time. I feel like this is his fight. I feel like there definitely is gonna be some challenges.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire fight. I don't think it's just going to be challenges early on. I don't think there's going to be challenges late. I think there's going to be challenges from the opening bell. I think Kell Brook is a consistent fighter. He's a good boxer. Of course, he's strong and big for the weight class and things like that. But I think that Kell is bringing a conventional boxing style that can just flat out give Terence Crawford problems simply because he's not going to allow Terence to just have his way.
Yeah. Kell Brook is not a pushover.
Not at all.
Not at all. Right now, he's 13-1 odds in the sports book, which is crazy.
And even you go for the odds, and then even people are like, Kell Brook is washed. Kell Brook is. Well, he has 2 losses.
Yeah, and the funny thing is what
They're the Errol Spence and Triple G.
My dad always said boxing is all about the what have you done for me lately.
For sure.
And even though he had a knockout in his last fight, I think it was a 5th round knockout to Mark DeLuca.
Yeah.
DeLuca, I think, only had maybe 1 loss at that point.
Yeah.
Good tough guy from Massachusetts area, and somebody that I know very well. I brought him in for camp for myself, you know, so I knew getting in the ring that was going to be a really good fight for both those guys, and Kell just really trumped him that night, you know. Kell is the kind of guy that rises to the occasion, but getting back to that, what have you done for me lately? Is what as it pertains to Kell, it's just everyone remembers the Triple G execution, and then they remember the Errol Spence slaughtering, you know, and both fights were very hard for him, and I think that people they wrote him off right after that.
And he gave Earl hell.
I was
going to
say, I disagree with both adjectives that you use. I don't think he gave Triple G hell at times in that fight, and he was beating Errol for a large chunk of that fight.
And he beat Shawn.
Yeah, also true.
I use adjectives.
It was a little.
I read those
hyperbole.
adjectives.
But no, I think for anyone that is going back and saying, oh, well, he lost or he got knocked out and blah, 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 go back and legitimately watch those fights if you can. Because he was landing some shots and people were like, he's hitting Triple G with like things we hadn't seen Triple G hit with before, and he was coming up 2 weight classes.
So, and what are you looking for Terence Crawford to do in this fight? All eyes are on Terence.
For sure.
We see the future for Terence opposed to Kell Brook.
Yeah.
What do you see?
Terence could get a dominating performance or a nice closeout, that finally gives him because they got him pound for pound. I can't say he's pound for pound, man. This is his toughest fight. I'm saying the toughest fight. He got potential. He could lose this fight, man. He could definitely 55-45, Terence favor. I don't give him that much. Kell Brook will come to fight. It will be a tough fight. He's gonna fight you. He's not gonna sit back. You switch, he's gonna stick to his stuff, man.
Yeah, as you're saying that's what I'm seeing in my head. So my whole thing is I don't think it's 45-55. I think this is Terence Crawford's fight.
Ooh.
But I think that Kell.
What you saying?
Well, Kell is so he's very structurally sound, and he stays within that. I don't think there's just going to be anything that Terence is going to get him out of doing. But I think that there's nothing that he can present to Terence that's going to give Terence these humongous fits.
I've seen Terence hurt by somebody.
Yeah.
Actually dropped, but they ain't called it drop.
Yeah, his last fight.
I would say when you were saying I don't think there's anything Kell can do that maybe surprises Bud or anything like that. I think if anything, it's just physically what
His
he can
strength,
do.
yeah.
That Bud's not going to be able to
Yeah.
push him over.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets in tight, Kell's going to be able to work the body just because he's so strong.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Kell, outside of orbital bones breaking, he can take punches. He took some shots.
Yeah, and let me.
He's the bigger guy in this fight too.
Oh, for sure.
But I'm going to go ahead and do this.
And there's no IB. No, it's no
IBF.
limit. Yeah.
Same day weigh-in.
Kell has had some injuries, but Kell is not injured.
Yeah.
Oftentimes I see a fighter who I know has been in the ring too many times, has taken too many punches,
Yeah.
and I know that after a few rounds, that guy's just not going to be who he once was.
You tell me about boxing? You say he been through too much or
Too many wars.
Yeah, that's what you always tell me.
I.e. Gamboa. I think that Gamboa has been through too much,
Yeah.
and it catches up to him in every fight that he's had and every fight that he's going to have. I don't think that Kell Brook is injured to a point where it's going to be just a certain amount of time that goes by, and then all of a sudden everything just goes whooshing in on him, and then he's just not the same fighter.
I think the key to this fight is Kell Brook's orbital bones. I will say both because one broke against Errol, one broke against Triple G. If those hold up and they don't give him any issue, whether it's I'm not a doctor, so I don't know exactly how that functions.
Right.
If they don't give him an issue,
Yeah.
It could be a long night.
it could be. I think it goes the distance. I think Bud
Me too.
wins, but I think it goes the distance.
I think it goes to this. I think Bud wins.
But it's not. It annoys me just because I'm like, where do you see this Kell Brook that's like terrible and because now it's revisionist history where people look at that Errol fight and they're like, oh, you got to kicked out of him by Errol. I'm like, he was beating Errol for a large chunk of that fight.
Yeah, I remember texting Shawn like, Earl's not ready for this level. Shawn's like, chill out.
And Errol went and did what he had to do, got him out of there. But it's not like that Kell was he faced Triple G and got knocked out in 30 seconds and faced Errol and got knocked out in 30 seconds. He went in there and was doing
Yeah, he was doing his damn thing. He was teeing off on him. It was nice.
Yeah, and
He showed great boxing in that fight.
sure.
And the thing is, my boy Terence has every fight he's left holding his hands up. What do you want me to do?
Yeah.
They put him in front of me. I beat him. What do you want me to do? He's still fighting to get the credibility that I personally feel he deserves, but in the boxing world does not give him and has not.
Yeah, I'm
given
one of
him.
those guys.
And I think that this is that fight that's gonna give him the credit that he's looking for and that everybody is wanting to give him, but is just holding on.
I've been waiting for this.
However, I do think that if somehow he goes out there and just really bulldozes Kell Brook and it ends in 2 or 3 rounds, everybody's gonna have reasons why it ended, and I feel like they're still not gonna give him that respect.
I agree with Shawn. I think going into it, the public perception is that this is why is he fighting Kell Brook? Kell Brook's washed. His best years.
People
are
that don't know
behind
shit
him.
about boxing.
I agree, and so I think if anything, if he is able to get Kell out of there, they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, everyone, we knew this already." But we talked about it before on a previous episode with Bud comparatively to this fight. He doesn't need to prove anything to me. I'm not somebody that's skeptical of Bud or where he ranks in the welterweight. Picked him against Shawn, got my mic cut, but I think I just want to see it. I just want to see Bud in there with a true welterweight and with a big welterweight. That's what I want to see it. I don't need to walk away and go, oh yeah, now I'm convinced that Bud's the guy. I think Bud's already the guy. I just want to see it actually happen.
You got no one pound for pound?
Bud? Yeah, I do. I do have Bud number 1.
I got Canelo.
Canelo's number 1. I don't even play with the pound for pound.
It's
nonsense.
It's 100% nonsense, but it's something that people like to argue about. So more power to them.
So
But you said you don't even have him in your pound for pound, right, Terence?
No, I
you say that?
I didn't say that.
Oh, what did he say?
he said he's
wild.
got him top 50.
He top 10. He
gotta be.
top 5.
He is top 10?
Yeah, he top 5.
Top 5.
10. Yeah.
What were you about to say?
So I was just saying, this fight, what can you see? Just 8-5, 8-4, 7-5?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be close. I think if anything, I think Bud, his versatility in general, and also his versatility based on stances, switching from southpaw to orthodox, I think is gonna make for some really interesting rounds because, like you said, Kell is gonna be.
Yeah, Kell's
he's gonna be
do
Kell
what
Brook.
Yep.
Like he's gonna
be long,
straight punching,
powerful.
Yeah, work on the inside a little bit, but I think
Keep you on his jab.
yeah, I think it's gonna be something where it's gonna be interesting to see Bud in there, kind of see how that goes.
Can Kell hurt Terence?
Yeah, I would say so.
I think so. I think Kell can hurt Terence.
You've been in there with Kell, so I
Yeah.
mean,
I
it
think-
wasn't your best performance, but how for somebody that's actually been in the ring with him, what does he do?
It was tough.
Yeah.
He's physical. He's strong.
Because me knowing myself, I'm like, yeah, there's something I could have did this, could have did that.
For sure.
Yeah.
Take all that out. What
Yeah.
did I do? He still stood up to all of it and pushed me back and hit me and fought me. He's a tough, courageous fighter. And my big thing, like I said earlier, is if he's there mentally, he
Yeah.
could give Terence Crawford some.
You know,
problems.
you didn't use a lot of your speed that fight, but how was his?
I don't remember his speed.
Yeah,
I do
because
remember him.
you wasn't on it. Like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Is he the strongest? Is he physically the strongest guy you've been in the ring with? In the pros?
It would be either
and
him
Errol?
or Errol.
I was about to say, don't do that.
Keith
Don't be
didn't
giving
really.
that, don't be giving that up.
Yeah, Keith didn't really. We didn't really get into enough for me to really feel Keith. You know,
Because Kell just seemed like, again, take your performance out of it. Kell just seemed like when you were rushing in there, and you're obviously a strong guy. He didn't seem like
It was phased.
he was not uncomfortable, and he wasn't like he wasn't the weaker guy. Like he was there matching.
I
you
think we knew
strength
that
to
after
strength.
like the second round. Like
Yeah, it was
this
like,
guy's
oh,
way
okay.
stronger.
Yeah.
With the Earl fight, we wasn't like this guy's way stronger.
Yeah, because I think Kell, there was a lot of unknowns about Kell. We
there
kind
was
of,
a lot of unknowns.
kind of knew
which
about
that
him.
played into it too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, he's a big, strong guy. He throws a lot of good straight punches. I just think it's going to be interesting. But I think
What you got?
I got Bud winning the decision, and I have Bud winning 8-4 rounds. But none of those rounds are complete like domination.
Y'all
for me.
want my betting? My
Give us
betting?
both. Give us both.
Betting decision. I'm going with Kell Brook. Thinking Kell could hurt him. Kell could stop him, but Kell could also just win the fight outright. Boxing wise, just me thinking, I think Terence do circles around him all night. Do not try to exchange with this guy. Stay on the outside. Oh, obviously he doesn't have longer reach, but he's just got to stay on the move. He's got to stay on the move. Switch.
The reach doesn't matter.
Ooh.
I'll jab everybody I've practically ever been in the ring with. It doesn't really matter. What matters is how you use that.
He
range, that
uses
distance.
it great. I mean,
And
perfect
Terence
example with
Crawford
you.
uses it great, and also Kell's thing was his timing with me. It was the timing. For me, Terence Crawford, he's got to mix it up. I like to see him try both orthodox and southpaw. See where your
He
success
has all that.
yeah. And
That's
he
has all
does it. He uses it.
Yeah.
I think that in his last fight, I think he had a little bit of a brain fart. I think he was just trying. He was forcing something, and then once he saw that it wasn't giving him what he wanted. He then decided to make the change to southpaw, and he got that guy out of there. I don't expect him to wait. And in terms of finding that recipe for success, I think he'll find it soon, and I think he'll win a decision.
I would be surprised and impressed if he gets Kell out of there.
That'd be big.
If he's able to legitimately like get Kell out of there, I would be impressed. That would
like
be
that.
that would be
yeah.
something that would be a surprising takeaway for me. But no, I think it's gonna be a really good fight, and it's on ESPN. So hopefully. You've seen that with other fighters. Teofimo has this coming out party.
Yeah.
And then Tank obviously has a big performance on pay-per-view.
Right.
But I think if you can get Bud and you get some neutral fans in there, some casual fans that are able to watch a guy that, again, whether he's 1, 3, 7, or 10, he's top 10 pound for pound.
This could also go down as one of the top fights of the year.
Could be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great fight, and boxing needs it.
And it just
Yeah.
keeps frustrating me that people are blowing this fight off. I don't understand it.
It's all good. It's
13-1 at the sports book.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That means
I have no clue what that means.
bet $100 when you're 1,300.
You sure?
Hey, send me your money. I'll bet it for you. We win. We go 50-50.
Boom. Listen, that was the breakdown of Kell Brook versus Terence Crawford. It's happening this weekend on ESPN. Don't miss it. Don't tell me you didn't enjoy what you saw, because I know you did. What you need to do now, hit that subscribe button, hit the like, hit that notification button. Check us out every week, every Tuesday, something new for you right here on the Porter Way Podcast.